into a half a brick.
Started from a ball into a half a brick. Turned something from nothing, that feeling magic shit. They think they mad now, I'm about to have them sick. That's when me and my brother pull up in matching whips, and bitches know my name every time a nigga pull out. Begging me to put in, beg me not to pull out. Niggas, they be hating till they see the barrel pull out. Say niggas, they be hating, but fuck it, I bring.
Welcome.
We back here at the Sports Bar.
Welcome back.
This is Cedrick, Sean Diggs.
Yes, sir.
We got a special guest today, my man Mike Morton in the building. Mike, what up, baby?
What's up?
What's going on?
Thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
You know, Mike's very knowledgeable about sports. He played football. That's about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna get into it. Actually, I am gonna get into it.
The Long Beach
Mike,
Middle School team,
right, we was
7th
on
grade.
Long Beach Middle School basketball. This is why Mike never picked up basketball again, right? We playing against, I forgot who we was playing against. Oceanside. And we're down 4 points.
It's like 2 seconds left in the game.
No, it wasn't. It was more than 2. So Mike gets the ball. The other team calls a timeout, and they're not even out yet. So the ref hands us the ball. We throw Mike the ball. Mike is by himself. I mean, the only person that could defend Mike was Aaron. Mike runs to the basket and blows a wide open layup. That was just great.
Too much pressure.
Thus, costing y'all the game.
Yes. No, we wouldn't. You never know. We won't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? All we know is we lost, and that's it. That's
You
just.
never gonna let you let that go.
Oh no, we remind him every time we see him, because that's stuck. That's gonna always stick with me. I couldn't believe my eyes.
I used to body set on the block though.
All right, listen. Back again. What's this? Week what?
Five.
Week 5, episode 5.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate all the love that we getting, man. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
all the likes, subscribes, shares, views.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming, man.
Coming. We doing this for y'all.
Exactly.
We do it for y'all.
For the culture, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, you know.
Let's get into it. We had a big week.
Big week. A lot of shit has happened in the sports world. You just gotta love it. That's why I love sports, man. It brings everybody together.
You never know what's going to happen.
It brings everybody together, and I love it.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even like him to begin with.
Word.
You see where we at now.
That's what I'm saying. So we had the NBA lottery had happened this past week.
Yeah.
And as predicted, the Celtics got the number 1 pick.
Number one
seed, you
So
know.
unfair. So unfair.
Hey, you know,
Hey,
they got that.
that is-
You got to blame that on Boston. You can't. I mean, not Boston. You got to blame that on
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
are
You know
the
what I'm
dumbest
saying?
franchise.
They are.
The Brooklyn Nets are now the Browns.
They gave
I can
up.
agree with that.
They gave up like 4 number 1
They
first
got
round
Celtics
picks.
got their first round pick next year too.
Yeah. So they gave up a couple first rounders.
They got their number.
For all their players to be retired.
They better hope that they do good.
Everybody that they got
Except for
in the
Jason
trade.
Terry. Jason Terry's still in the league.
He's probably gonna be going out this
You heard what Paul Pierce said, right? He's like, Boston, right before I leave y'all a nice
That's what I'm
gift.
saying. Look, hey,
Left with something nice.
Something nice, and you know. Now the big question is, what do they do with this number 1 pick? You know what I'm saying? You got this year's draft, but you know, you also got a couple potential free agents that you could get with this. You know, the number 1 pick, you know, it's like having a pot of gold, man. Like the opportunities are endless.
Especially in this draft.
Especially in this draft
It's
as
deep.
well. You know what I'm saying?
It's
A lot of
deep.
teams are looking to rebuild. They want to be younger. So the question is, what does Boston do with this number 1 pick?
If you ask in my opinion, I know a lot of people think that they should sell that pick. I guess depending on what everybody thinks that they're gonna sell, that they could trade the number 1 pick and get like Jimmy Butler or Paul George. I don't think that just the number 1 pick is enough to steal any one of those players from either one of those franchises. So I guess it depends on how much they'd have to give up to get one of those players. In my opinion, I think that they stick with the number 1 pick. I think they keep the number 1 pick and go with Fultz. Because Isaiah Thomas, who I believe is going to come back, all this silly talk going around, but I believe that going young, that kid looks like he can score. Brad Stevens knows what he's doing with the young guys, apparently. And if you gave it another year, you'll probably land one of those guys anyway. If, Gordon doesn't wind up going over there, which I believe he'll wind up over there too.
Well, you Mike, what do you think?
I believe the Celtics will keep the number 1 pick, and Isaiah Thomas will be gone.
Whoa!
Listen. There's not enough.
Minutes into the show. Let my man breathe.
There's not enough cap space. They got to sign Isaiah Thomas. They got to sign Avery Bradley, and it's known that they definitely want to go after Gordon Hayward. And Gordon Hayward and Brad Stevens had that connection from back when they was at Butler. And I think that plays more into it than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is already a scoring guard, and Markelle Fultz is a scoring guard. So you're not really going to miss anything. And you've seen how they played the other day without him. So I don't think
Wait a minute.
They did.
Let's be
they
serious.
won. And they are better.
So you're saying Isaiah Thomas is not necessary with bringing in Fultz?
I disagree with that because they need a point guard.
Markelle
Fultz is not a NBA ready point guard. He can learn, he can transition into one, but he's not.
He can play behind Marcus Smart.
Look, they got to re-sign Marcus Smart then.
I think he's already signed.
No, they have to re-sign. They're not sure yet.
Then keep him. He's a better defender than Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, given the fact that he's like 6'4".
Yeah. All right.
Name a 5 under 6 foot good defender.
All right, but here's what I think. I think that if you take, they're so close to getting to the finals, so it seems, right? They not close in the sense of like they can beat the Cavs. But what I'm saying is that I think by getting rid of those pieces, you start to take steps backwards, and you go back into the rebuilding phase. And they're past that phase.
I think
they're looking to put pieces together to complete what they've already built. You get rid of Isaiah Thomas, who's been your scorer all year, and you start all over with a rookie guard. That's gonna set you back. And Gordon Hayward, if you bring him over, there's gonna be some transition for him. That's gonna set you back.
He's already an elite scorer and all-star.
Love was an elite scorer with the Wolves. You see what happened when he got to the Cavs.
They didn't use him.
It took him a while for him to get adjusted.
They didn't use him right. They wanted him to shoot in the corners.
Well, who's to say that Gordon Hayward is automatically going to get?
Because he's with his same coach that coached him for 4 years, who knows him inside and out.
4 years? How long ago? A lot of shit has
That's
changed.
a long time. And now they both at a professional level. He knows how to handle and manage the game.
I think that if you get rid of Isaiah Thomas, you're kind of setting your franchise back a little bit.
I don't know. Because they can get. I personally think they should trade the number 1 pick. You trade the number 1 pick and go get somebody. You can go get a couple of people to add. And then you go after. I think they don't. I don't think they need. I think they need another big man. Because now Amir Johnson's going to be a free agent. I go after Paul Millsap, who just opted out of his contract, who declined the play option with Atlanta. And then him and Al Horford, they played together for like 8 years.
So you're saying
I
trade the number 1 pick and go for Millsap?
And then go for Millsap, yeah. And then you know what? You give Isaiah Thomas the option next year to either take a pay cut and want to win, or if not, and next year at the trade deadline, you trade him.
So you're saying cancel the Gordon Hayward idea entirely and go Millsap?
Because don't get me wrong, Gordon
I think
Hayward's a
they
great
need
player.
shooting though on the outside.
Jay Crowder's their shooter. Avery Bradley's a very good, also a great 3-point shooter. Jay Crowder can't defend as well. He can't. All right, well he can't defend LeBron, but I think they're just too soft inside right now. They are. It's way too soft. That's why LeBron gets.
That was their problem all year. They was getting exposed a lot.
So you get somebody like a Paul Millsap,
and
then right there you're set. You got Isaiah Thomas, and then who knows what you can get, Avery Bradley, and then whatever you trade, whatever pieces you get for that number 1 pick, you might get a couple. You might get a valuable couple 6-man or somebody that could potentially start, and then right there you're set. You are a elite contender for the Eastern Conference.
Boston, take notes. Take notes. The sports bar.
Celtics don't trade the number 1 pick. There's only 2 top prospects in this draft that's worthy to be the number 1 pick, which is Markelle Fultz from Washington and little Lonzo Ball from UCLA.
Young Zoe.
Who is the better player, or who should be taken number 1? Who would you take if you had the number 1 pick and you want to draft these guys?
That's a tough question. My man Mike told me that Lonzo was the better all-around player, but Fultz was the better scorer. So I think it depends on what the Celtics need more. I think that because Lonzo Ball and the Pops really want to go to the Lakers, do they really want that headache? Maybe not. Are they losing a lot by not getting him and going with Fultz? I'm gonna say no. So I'd probably go with Fultz anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And let Lonzo do what Lonzo wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Let him fall second. But if I'm the Celtics, I'd probably go with Fultz anyway, because I want the scoring.
Honestly, if I'm the Celtics, I'd probably take Jason Tatum. I'm not gonna lie. Jason Tatum
From Duke
is a stud. Stud.
You're saying a lot.
Stud.
Okay.
The Sixers gonna take him. He's third best player, but the
Sixers get a top 3 every time.
The Celtics, you gotta think about it. Let's just say they don't do my theory and get rid of Isaiah Thomas. You got Isaiah Thomas. You're gonna get Gordon Hayward or whatever free agent comes around. And Jason Tatum is a real bona fide scorer. He can play the 3 or the 4. I'm just saying, I think Markelle Fultz will be the first pick because I really do believe Isaiah Thomas is going to be going with that. So
you think it makes more sense?
It makes more sense for them to take a scoring guard.
Right.
Lakers, they have people around who can score, and Lonzo is more of a person who wants to dish the ball and get everybody involved. He can get his when he wants to, but he wants to help out everybody else first.
I'm going to say this, very bold opinion. If I'm the Celtics, I'm going to trade that first pick and Isaiah Thomas to somewhere, whoever wants it. No, this is what I would do. Yeah, no, I would trade Isaiah Thomas. I would draft Lonzo Ball.
Ooh.
I would draft Lonzo Ball to run my team, and then free agency, like I said, I go get me a Gordon Hayward or a Millsap, and right there, my team is complete. I got me a pure point guard, a 6'7" point guard at that point. No, got some height. There's no defensive problems right there now. He's 6'7", 6'6", rather than 5'9" point guard. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Isaiah Thomas is good, but you know what I'm saying. I go get me a Lonzo. Lonzo Ball is only one of a kind. You know what I'm saying?
Does Danny Ainge want that headache with LeVar Ball?
He dealt with Rondo.
Kind of dealt with Rondo.
Somebody's dad.
Kind of dealt with
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But but he's
out of here, man.
like I said, I would get rid of Isaiah Thomas and get me a real point guard. Isaiah Thomas is he's a scoring guard, yes.
Right.
So I'd send him somewhere and get some valuable assets.
You can't rely on him because he's not big enough.
Exactly, he's not. Honestly,
He's
this is
not
a
big
big man's league. He has a very big heart. I
Think
applaud
about
what he did this year,
The
but
top 2 guards before him in their size, like he's not matching up with Kyrie
he's not.
or
Yeah.
John Wall.
So
I
I'd go get Lonzo Ball, who's the most complete player in this draft, to go get me a point guard to run my team. Go
Right.
sign a Gordon Hayward, Paul Millsap. Right there, my team is complete. Now I know I can take it to LeBron and the Cavs. That's what it's about.
I mean, none of those are bad ideas. I got a question though. Do you think Lonzo Ball is for both of y'all? Do you think Lonzo Ball is one of those players that make other players around him better?
Oh, definitely. It
Yeah,
shows.
absolutely.
He
Yeah,
took
you see
you say
UCLA.
he won 15 games before you said he comes back there.
Yeah.
Their offensive efficiency raised by like double.
Yeah.
They won double the game. They won 30 games. He got them to the Elite 8. They didn't even make the NIT the year before. He got them to the Elite 8 or Sweet 16. What's wrong with it?
Elite 8.
Elite 8. So like obviously he's out there making everybody.
Nah, I agree.
But-
I mean, Fox smoked his boots, but
That game, but Lonzo,
Right.
the first time they
Yeah,
played,
all year long.
He cooked Markelle Fultz both games.
Yeah, he
so
did.
that says a lot right there. These are the main 2 prospects, and Lonzo got the better both times and the W. He got, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not going against my man LeVar. LeVar says he's going to the Lakers. He's going to the Lakers.
he said he wears that number 2 because he's destined to be a number 2 pick. He
He's
said, I
destined.
planned this out.
I never heard of nobody wanted to be number 2 so bad in my life.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Like,
not,
I want to finish
history
second.
shows, though. History shows
two.
number 2 picks have
Work
been
out.
better, you know what I'm saying?
Jordan.
Jordan.
was 2 or 3.
2.
Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie.
Was 1.
Yeah.
Bust.
I thought Jordan went 3.
What's the name? Who was number 2? KD.
KD was
KD. Derrick Rose.
behind Odin, right?
Oh, yeah, Derrick
behind
Rose was
Greg
behind
Oden.
Beasley. Michael Beasley.
Michael Beasley was 1, and Derrick Rose was 2.
Beasley.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so looks like number 2 is all right. So if the Lakers draft Lonzo Ball, how do they do? How do they feel? Are they going to be a playoff team like LeVar Ball says? Or do y'all still
No,
need a couple
absolutely
pieces?
not. We won't be a playoff team. I can tell you that.
What do you think you're missing?
Leadership to be one, like.
You just said Lonzo's one of those guys.
I know, but
Come in
at
and
the same
change
time,
the-
he's a
he-
rookie.
he-
though.
he-
There ain't nobody listening to no more 19-year-old kids. They got enough 19-year-old kids.
He says he's a great leader. He can come in and lead a team, but
He seems like he has a strong mind because he deals with his pops.
But this is a
and
league
he's humble.
full of grown men.
Yeah.
Like no 18-year-old's gonna walk into a room and be like, "Look, listen to me, and this is what's gonna happen."
Nigga, shut up, man.
You're here 2 minutes.
LeBron
You can't even piss without your daddy standing. Niggas not gonna respect him. Like,
LeBron did it.
We would
he
need,
did it.
to be honest, we need a
they
veteran.
really didn't. Honestly, like, I just read somewhere Ricky Davis said he felt that LeBron was just gonna be another addition to help him score. They didn't start respecting LeBron.
They really did.
Shout out Ricky Davis. I love that quote. So the all NBA teams was released this week as well. There's a lot of surprises, a lot of shockers, a lot of disappointments. A lot of people was happy. A lot of people
lost
wasn't.
money.
A lot of people lost money. You know what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
money.
A lot of money. So I think this is something we should, the voters, whoever the voters are, they should play around with this.
It's the media that does the voting.
It's
And the
split.
teams
It's
too.
split. It's split
I don't
like
know
a
if they-
The
percentage
players
wise.
do too. And the crazy thing is,
I
the
thought
players
they
be
said-
But
voting
the
for-
players is like got like a 5%.
Yeah,
I know,
that
but
vote
that
really
still
doesn't
counts,
count.
especially when you're voting for your own teammate. Like you shouldn't be able to do that.
I don't think you're allowed to.
No, they do.
Well, anyway, so the All NBA first team was I think it was Russell Westbrook, James Harden, LeBron James,
Deserved.
Kawhi Leonard, and Anthony Davis. I think.
All deserved.
What? You think that's the correct first team?
Why not?
Seriously?
Why not?
Kawhi Leonard over Kevin Durant.
Yes. Kawhi beasted this season. When you third in the running for MVP,
Here's
you're no
what-
slouch.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I think Kevin Durant did not get first team
Because of his
because he
injury?
did that bitch move. and
Nah,
went to the Warriors.
it's-
But
nah,
you know
it's
why he
mostly-
I
failed
know,
in
because
that.
it's got to be the injury. This is his best numbers. Like he was in the 50,
Yeah, I really
40, 90 club again. He was this best. This is his best defense. He led the team in blocks.
Yeah.
And again, he put the ball in the bucket. He deserved it. I don't understand though. They got the best record in basketball, and two of the two Warriors are on the NBA. Nobody's on the first team, but they got the best record in basketball. But Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
with one of the worst records in basketball, it made the first team. Don't get me wrong, Anthony Davis is a great player. He's probably gonna be the best player in the next couple years.
How long ago have you saying that for? We've been saying that for like the last
He
3
gets
years.
better and better each and every year. Stop
But
it.
how long
Stop.
until he takes over?
I think I might have Wiggins ahead of him. Might have Karl Anthony Towns ahead of
What?
him.
Wiggins. Wiggins is not even nowhere close to an All NBA team. He's not even close to an All Star yet. Wiggins.
Wiggins is a baller. What are we talking about, bro?
he's not there.
Wiggins is nowhere near an All NBA
He's
team.
not better than Anthony Davis.
Hell no.
How not?
Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis from the Pelicans. Hold on. Is that another?
What did Anthony Davis do that was so great that Andrew Wiggins
you
did
gotta-
not do?
He scored 50 points and like 30 rebounds.
I have to kick you off your own show.
Are you
fucking All-Star game?
No, in a regular game this year. And the All Star.
Yo, the first game of the season, he had 50.
That's what I'm saying.
And then what?
And then 40.
And what happened to that team? Where's that team? Whose record?
Where is the who lost?
Exactly. So how much better was he than fucking Andrew Wiggins?
Yo, understand that the
Or
Wolves
Karl
playing
Anthony
games.
Towns.
But wait,
Did he even look better than Karl
Wiggins
Anthony
is not even the
Towns?
best player on his team.
Karl Anthony Towns. is.
Okay, Anthony Davis is the
I'm
best player on
asking you
his
how
team.
much
And has
better.
been.
I'm asking you how much better.
He's
is
way
he?
better. He's a better
than
scorer. He's a
him
better
and-
rebounder. He's a better defender.
He's a better defender and a better rebounder.
He shoots
And
a
a
better
better
3-point.
scorer.
He shoots a better 3-point percentage than Andrew Wiggins.
He's
I
a
don't know,
better
I think
scorer.
you might just be saying.
I'm so serious.
I think you might just be saying.
I'm so serious.
I don't know. We gotta look at the stats.
We will.
though.
We will.
We're gonna have
That's
to look
crazy.
at the stats.
In my opinion,
I'm just asking who is better. Is he that much better?
Yeah,
I
he's
think
that
that's
much
like
better.
It's like
I don't feel that way. I'm not even excited about Anthony
So
Davis'
ready?
game.
So ready? You
I thought watching him in the All-Star game was the laziest shit I've ever seen in my
Oh,
life.
All-Star
He
game is
sat back
always
there
lazy.
and waited for the. I'm not.
That's
I'm not
All-Star
excited
game is
about that.
always
That's
lazy.
not-
That's
That
why
shit
they
is not.
a few All NBA snubs, including Chris Paul, Damian Lillard,
Karl Anthony
Towns, DeMarcus Cousins, which was a huge. That was I was furious on that one.
I think the big men, like the centers in the league, and
They don't get the love.
respect
Marc
anymore.
Gasol.
They had.
What? We gonna say, really?
This is ridiculous.
Really?
Mark Gasol.
Personally, I think they should have a category for every player.
They do.
They don't clearly because centers get no love.
They do. That's why they got. That's why I was about to get that next. The centers. They had Rudy Gobert and DeAndre Jordan instead of Karl Anthony Towns and DeMarcus Cousins. I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. You play with
I don't
money.
understand that at all.
Don't get me wrong. Rudy Gobert, great defender.
I think
he can get
he
his
wasn't
own points.
DeMarcus
I think my
DeMarcus
10-year-old brother has more moves than DeAndre Jordan.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Because I understand he might be a good defender. I don't even think he's all that great.
I don't think he's a great defender either. I think he's just athletic. It's kind of hard not to be athletic if you're 7 feet and you can jump out the gym. It's kind of hard not to be a great defender because anytime somebody throws the ball, you can send it back whenever you want. Yeah, remember, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Between
it's kind of hard.
And Blake Griffin, I don't know whose post moves is worse.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like these voters need to get this together because I think Chris Paul should have made it though. Definitely.
Over who?
Over Isaiah Thomas, definitely. Even
How can you
he could be on a
say
third
that?
team. Either him or Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard should have made it. I don't think.
I would choose CJ McCollum over Damian Lillard.
No, I would choose CJ. I want to. I can't wait to see him in the next couple of years. I can't wait to
That's
start
his team,
dropping
man.
a 30 clip.
That's his team, man.
But I don't think Isaiah Thomas should have made it. I don't think DeMar DeRozan should have made it.
I think Isaiah Thomas deserved it
Of course,
because he had that season.
because he's 5'9", right?
Because he had a great season.
Okay,
bro.
yes, but
He did better
so did
for
a lot
his
of
team than
players.
these
So did a
guys
lot
did
of
for their
players,
team.
though.
But he outscored them, and he brought their team to the #1.
Because
in their
LeBron doesn't
conference.
care about #1
Damian
seed,
Lillard, CJ McCollum. We're not talking about.
There's a
LeBron.
way better roster than Damian Lillard. And what do you mean? It's Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, and then it's who else? Nurkic.
They got my boy Crab.
So Paul George is one of the main snubs on this.
Was he snubbed though?
No.
He wasn't snubbed, but I just feel bad for him because he was supposed to. If he would have made it All-NBA team, he would have been able to sign a contract for a little bit over 200 plus $million. Now that's enough to change a man's life. I don't think I got $2 in my pocket now.
Yeah.
But
It says 20 in my pocket, so
chill. But so now that he's not getting this $200 million, what do you think he's gonna do with
Gone.
his future?
Peace.
He's leaving.
He has to leave. He has to leave. I felt like the only thing that was going to keep him in Indiana was the $200 million. I felt like he didn't even want to stay there.
Should he stay and play this next year out, or should he start being mellow like and demanding a trade and get him out there by that deadline?
Nah, he should.
Or this offseason.
He should just be a good teammate, and if a trade comes, then it comes. And if it doesn't, then
I think he's definitely going to be a good teammate.
You don't think
I
he should
think
voice his opinion now? Like he hasn't put enough.
I think
work
he's
into
already-
the
He
right-
already did in the
I think
Cleveland
he's
series, saying, "Yo,
already
CJ
been
Miles,
doing
you're really
it.
supposed to give me the ball." But it was a pretty good shot.
Nah.
Yo, you are on here. I like you gonna come back because you are on here saying this wild. I think Paul George anyway. I think Paul George he should I think he should voice his opinion. I think he should demand a trade either this offseason or by next year.
I think he's going to do that already
By the
because he's
deadline.
already been hinting at that. Like when he was like, "Oh, I'm going to work out with Kobe." He's out in LA all the time.
Fuck it now. Like,
Yo,
you're not
but
giving me my
everybody-
M's.
He's
Fuck
from
y'all
there,
niggas.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, you know what?
I think he did
Trade
everything for the
me,
Pacers
man.
he could.
I'm going real
I don't think he
Tupac
wanna be
this
in the East
season.
anymore.
And I'm saying,
Exactly.
fuck the Pacers. Like, I'm almost.
Why wouldn't he want to be in the East? I mean,
Because-
going to the West does not make it easier for
It
you.
depends where you go out the
Depends
West.
where you go in the
He's gonna
West.
go to the Lakers. Pretty much a given, right?
They were saying possibly he can go to the Clippers.
Oh, please don't.
If CP doesn't stay there, that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't sell. But if CP does stay, and then they re-sign Blake Griffin.
Look.
Now you know what? Straight up trade.
A
Maybe
lot of
throw
stars are
something
gonna
else.
wind up leaving the East and just try and make power teams in the West.
Let's talk this Boston Cavs series, huh?
Yes. I can't
Shout out to the underdogs, huh? The #1 underdogs.
Without Isaiah Thomas.
Without Isaiah Thomas. Okay, so yeah, the other night, it was Sunday night, Boston upset the Cleveland. They were 16-point underdogs, which is the largest victory for an underdog to win by.
If y'all bet on that game, y'all made a lot. Shout out to you. I didn't bet.
I didn't either.
I wish.
But yeah, like Boston ended up pulling an upset after getting their asses spanked the first 2 games. I honestly thought it was over. I thought they was gonna call the game off in 3.
I saw.
I thought TNT was gonna stop playing it.
Yo,
I wanted them to put on a movie.
Put on Four Brothers or something like they always play. I thought it was completely over for Boston.
Yo,
and I
that
still think it is.
second game, they led by like 40 points the entire
Yo,
game.
they led by
50.
more.
They led by
Look,
50.
they led by more
That
points
was-
in the first half than the Celtics scored in the first half.
Yo, that second quarter, game 2, it was a 40 to 13 point quarter.
It's horrible.
I could not believe I was
You
watching
gotta have
that
some pride, and
to still come back and keep fighting like that.
that's where I gotta give it up to the Celtics. The fact that they,
They
after getting their
roll.
asses spanked, they come and go into Cleveland
Yeah.
and beat them without
They
their
almost came back
so-called
in the
best
first
player.
game.
What do you think that this does for the series? Does it change the complexion for you a little bit? Do you think the Boston has a better chance? Do you see them winning at least another game?
I don't see them winning no
series?
more games. You don't piss LeBron James off.
Yeah.
His performance last night was horrible.
His first time was
Very
0 points in the
horrible.
fourth quarter. Since
No, it's not.
2000.
Nah, it's not his
It's
first.
No, I said it's
yeah,
first
yeah.
time since
And,
2011.
And like we was
Dallas.
talking about his legacy, this what you got to prove now, nigga.
Right.
See, you don't have to get out of character now.
Say it with your chest
Like
full.
yo, you can't sit there and tell me you got nothing else to prove, and then a week later you can't sit there and score 0 points in a playoff game
'Cause
and then
people are-
lose at home after you just beat these guys. And you
People
guys
are
are
so bad.
16-point favorites. Like, you don't do that
People gonna
now.
result
Now
back
you
to
need to
saying
humble
Kevin
yourself.
Durant close
Kendrick
it out.
Lamar voice, man. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. I think Boston about to get their asses whooped, and
Yeah.
I'm just ready for them to go to this finals. And
Yo, I gotta say, I love the media, how they did this one.
oh, definitely.
First it was like, yo, he's the best thing I've ever seen.
They're so fake.
Best
man.
thing, and
They
then
let
this
you
time,
know
yo, I don't know how he's gonna bounce. I ain't never seen no shit like this.
11 points. You can't have 11 points.
It was
6
horrible.
turnovers.
And 6 turnovers.
I don't think that
And
it is
4 for
the
13
demise.
shooting, man. People are, when does LeBron ever take 13 shots? He was 11 to 18 the other day.
Right.
Also, because he took 5 more shots, no, I want to hear that. Stop giving this man excuses. That's the problem with it.
He does tie
He is,
Michael
yes.
Jordan
He does.
for the most 30-point games
Okay.
consecutively in the playoffs.
But Michael Jordan had 0 fourth quarters. I mean, 0 points. in the
He's
fourth
never
quarter.
not scored
Never.
anything.
Yeah, he's
in
never
fourth
not
quarters. He is
scored.
missed.
LeBron has 6
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah, he's one of the, like I always say, Jordan and Kobe, if you ask me, are one of the most clutch players I've ever seen, and for some has never seen. You understand what I'm saying? LeBron, he's always struggled like this though.
He's too passive.
This isn't the first time where he gets nervous and he starts giving the ball up. And that's why sometimes those plays
This was
in the end
about
are
being
designed for
nervous.
Kyrie.
He couldn't hit shit.
I thought he was just tired, man. I thought he was just
Nah,
tired.
there's no-
He
no.
had more than enough rest in the
I
world.
thought he was
boy.
tired. Everybody gets
Nah,
tired.
oh, no.
Harden got tired.
No,
Harden was
no.
Harden didn't have 9 days
Nah,
off
I'm
after
with
2
you.
Harden
weeks.
also played 82 games.
Yeah.
He
No,
wouldn't
no,
sit
no,
out. He
I'm bullshitting, but I think, I don't know, sometimes, especially for players like that, sometimes the pressure gets a little big, or you're trying to do too much, you're trying to wrap it up. You see what Golden State is doing in the West, and you want to wrap it up, and you try to do too much, and it starts off bad from the beginning, and it never
There's
turns
no
around.
excuse. There's no excuse for this man.
I mean, I'm not making an excuse. I don't.
There's no reason. That's
Listen,
it. LeBron, you messed up.
doesn't
Choked
need.
up.
You're the best player
Although
on the
I don't
planet.
think that he's the best ever. He's the best player on the planet, like he just said.
The
I don't
best
think he
player on
needs
the planet
excuses.
right now cannot score 0 points in the fourth quarter. It's unacceptable.
Now, we're switching to the Western Conference where Golden State and the Spurs. I was about to say battling out. I don't even want to say that. Where the Golden State is spanking that ass. They just completed the sweep as well tonight.
Brooms is out.
Brooms is out. Definitely going into the finals 12-0.
12-0.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if they sweep their way through these finals where they've been playing, can you label them the greatest team in history? NBA history. NBA history, I'll say.
The greatest team, greatest playoff team.
Greatest team in NBA history.
That's a
What
lot.
you got?
I mean, it's
66
feat that's never happened.
67 wins, then you go into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You already got the best record in the NBA. You go into
Yeah.
playoffs, you got the best playoff record now.
Yeah.
And you go into the NBA finals. Imagine if they sweep LeBron James. Just imagine now.
LeBron
Because they're playing on a
James.
very high level.
Okay, if I
LeBron
had
James
Magic,
could never ever be compared to Jordan if he gets swept in the
He didn't get swept in
He did, but
Yeah,
that
that's what
he was
Spurs.
amazing.
Okay, all right, that's what I'm saying. But if they sweep LeBron James and the Cavs,
Are they the greatest
are they the
team?
greatest team?
I'm gonna say that's hands down.
Yeah.
That's hands down.
Okay, even if they go 4-1 in the finals,
No.
they still not the greatest team.
No,
I don't know.
No.
I think shit.
I don't.
I might say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. Here's why, because I think that LeBron is probably one of the toughest players to play against. So if you manage that feat after already starting on 12-0 in a tough Western Conference, you're 12-0. Then you go in there and you bust their ass 4-1. You bust the greatest player in the world's ass 4-1. I think you deserve to say, not the best
know, it's hard to
team,
say.
at least top 3 then. You still got the Bulls 72-10, who actually did what the Warriors choked on doing. And you got that Lakers team, what was it, 0-1 or something like that.
Yep.
So, definitely top 3. I think if they do that, if they take LeBron out, I think that I'm going to say that they're the best team I've definitely ever seen.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
I think it's hard to say. Like, it's hard to really compare teams during different times and all that stuff. Because most people would say there was no real competition in the West this year. Like, everybody thought the Spurs would be that competition, and they lost Kawhi Leonard. Like, It's hard to say. Everybody's going to be like, no, there's no competition. How you going to compare to what Jordan did or what the Lakers did and who they faced to get to that point?
That's true.
And
That's true. That's why it's tough to say that they're the best, but I think if you beat LeBron and that healthy Cavs team like that, if you embarrass them the way you've been embarrassing everybody in the West, you deserve that, because that guy is the greatest, on the planet.
Now here's this. Now say if KD comes to the finals and he gives LeBron
work.
buckets.
Yo.
Where do we
Which
put
I-
KD? Does that excuse him for going to Golden State now? Does that knock that out the window and y'all gonna give him credit for that ring?
I don't blame him for leaving OKC. I really don't.
I don't blame him for
wanted to
leaving
do what you
OKC.
wanted to do to win. Look, man, go do what you gotta do.
I still blame him for going to the Warriors just because
They beat him.
they beat him and you was already winning. There was one. I mean, I really didn't like the way he was analyzing the game, and he tried to talk about how much better LeBron was than Jordan, which so many people had rebuted his statements. But he did make a point in saying that the Warriors was so eager to sign Durant because they was more worried about Durant going against him this year coming up, because they was busting that ass.
They were.
And they just happened to choke. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that it was necessary for him to go. Like I said, I would have much rather him go to the Wizards. I think the Wizards was already complete, and he would have just been that final piece. I think that they would have took the Cavs out of that season.
Honestly, I thought that as well until I see him now playing with Golden State, and I love his chemistry and his
They
energy.
look so solid.
Just his
They
defensive effort.
I feel like
I
KD
just saw
can
it.
really give LeBron buckets this year because he doesn't have to worry about being the only guy.
And I feel like he's
Right.
ready to do it on both sides.
Yeah.
Because I
Right.
feel like he's gonna come down.
He's like, yo,
give
I got LeBron.
Give LeBron some. Come get.
I got him.
I got some.
KD
I can
gonna
dish it
smack
out.
the floor one time
If
let's go.
that's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
I feel like he's gonna get a huge block, like LeBron's block last year in the finals. How that's gonna stick with us forever. I feel like KD, he's just waiting to get that one
and he's
shot.
gonna catch it back on.
Exactly. I just feel like he's gonna lay the hammer.
It's gonna
I
be-
feel it.
it's gonna
I
be-
love KD, man. That's my favorite player.
Yeah.
I know what he brings. I love his game. I love that 7 feet. He got the dribble. He got the shot. He got everything.
Yeah.
I hate that people are bashing him. I just can't wait for him to stick it to LeBron.
Yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be
I'm
a
not
great finals.
biased. I didn't like when LeBron did it. I don't like when KD does it. But it's kind of
I
becoming
can't
a standard.
because
See
LeBron
that?
made a huge scene out of it. Like, he didn't have to do that. Just
Right, that's
keep it-
true.
Keep it
That's
moving.
true.
You don't need a whole TV show to
That's true.
say.
Durant did it
Taking
with
my
Clyde.
talents to South
And really,
Beach.
you can't really knock anybody for doing what they want to do in order to win.
So
like
that leads to the next question. Do you think now NBA superstars with all the free agents coming, should they start forming super teams to challenge Golden State and Cleveland?
No.
No.
No, I'm tired of this super teams thing, man. I'm tired
So
of
do you?
it.
I'm with him
do
on
you
that.
I'm
just want to see
tired of
Cleveland
it.
and Golden State every year?
No, I want them to break up too. Yo, just go or battle it out. How could anybody even claim they're really the best? You guys are all playing on one team. Who are you really going against?
that's true. And like I always say, I just think that it's just oversaturated now. Like everybody just nobody wants to fight.
And then players you want to see, you don't even see them anymore. When are you ever going to see these top rookies that is coming out in the draft? Because the teams they're going to, they suck.
Right.
They're not playing them. They're playing the Cavs and the Warriors. They're playing the Spurs. They're playing everybody who's basically made the playoffs.
Well, the Spurs aren't even a super team. They didn't really,
I mean, they built their super team through the draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can either do that or you can either form a super team.
But these younger teams are not doing that right now.
You like that idea?
I do. I think, look, like I said, if I'm Paul George, or I'm Jimmy Butler, I'm Gordon Hayward, Paul Millsap, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, I'm making some phone calls with my friends this year. I'm like, yo, what's up, man?
What team are they going to?
I mean, I'm not mad at that idea.
You figure that out right now. You tell your agents, listen, you find out what team got the biggest cap room. What they want to do, who got the coach, man? Go there, start delegate like LeBron did, man.
Yo, people.
He delegates. He got these GMs doing what he wants. This is what he wants.
He had to establish something somewhere else with it, but then that's one thing. But to keep joining the ones that are already, to join the Warriors again, or to join the Cavs, like
that's
everybody's riding the wave.
I'm not saying go join the Warriors. Cavs.
Start your own thing somewhere else.
Oh, bring them to your city. Like,
go get the Brooklyn Nets and let's go.
Tell Chris Paul to bring people to LA to the Clippers and let's do this now. Let's take the Warriors out and then tell Toronto, listen, take a pay cut, restructure my contract. Let's go get some free agents to bring here so we can challenge LeBron like Boston. Tell Boston to do that. They got the number one pick. Like I said, they got the number one pick. They have a great chance to build a super team with a young kid. Like I said, you could draft Markelle Fultz and you could trade Isaiah Thomas, or you could draft Lonzo Ball and trade Isaiah Thomas. Like I said, Avery Bradley is playing amazing right now. We don't really need. We can go get a pure point guard, and and then we can go get a big man to challenge these people at the.
You don't need one guy to score all the points.
We don't need one guy to score 29 points per game because honestly, when he's look at him now, he's that 29 points per game is nothing because he's out the window and they won.
Right.
So I think you need to build a super team. You can. I think that's how you got to do it now. I hope NBA players, NBA free agents, listen, take it into your hands. Y'all got the power. Y'all want to beat LeBron. Y'all want to beat Steph Curry and them.
Break away from them.
Yeah, don't go join them. Yeah. Go join forces with somebody that's on the other same situation. Go join somebody in a different same situation as you. You out there losing 50 games instead of winning 50 games. You out losing $1 million in endorsements because y'all can't get a championship. Go join forces and go beat LeBron because he
signing 7-year contracts.
He's not even stopping, man. Man, 32 years old out here dropping 32 points per game.
All right, so before we close out, few shout outs we got to give out. I don't think Long Beach gets enough love.
I love my city, and I love the city's on fire right now. We doing a lot of things, but also a big announcement came from one of our former guests, and huge friend of ours, Big Time, Mr. Shawnee Monahan, got his fight.
Yes, sir.
At the newly reopened Nassau Coliseum, July 15th. He just announced it on his social media earlier today.
I think it's in July, right?
July 15th. July 15th. Save the date. Champ, just know we rocking with you. We will be there live.
You can get us some backstage.
Hey, man, anything, all access. We come, we love watch you train. I just love that we support you. We already know you're going to do your thing. And who I feel bad for whoever you're going against, man, because you about to get that jaw right.
About to get your world shook up. Not just him, his brother, Matty. But shout out to Matty Monahan. I don't got no tattoos, but
I got one, but it's skin deep tattoo down here in Long Beach. One of the best tattoo artists, man. You need to come check it out. That's where everybody getting their ink from. Everybody come around. And the city's on fire, like I said, man. We got want to shout out Miss Bleak.
Yes.
She got a new book,
Confused.
Yeah. She's a published author now. It's everywhere. Go check it out on Amazon. Who else? We got.
Sure I read that. We got Jarnita.
Nita B's photography. She's on her way coming up. You can contact her as well.
Yeah, definitely. Got my girl Jace. Can't forget that.
Of course, Jace, one of the best artists, most talented people I know. Sis, love you, kid. My man, always I shout him out, Taiwan Bailey, Mega Mundo's jerseys, man.
Yes, sir.
Wait till the heat y'all see I got coming.
Get me out of these white tees.
He got his shipment coming in this week. Wait till I show you what I got coming for y'all on the rest of these shows. Also, my man Harrod Desmond Dingle, man, he got the Long Beach, New York, not California gear out. You got the dad hats, the t-shirts. the sweaters, crew necks, whatever,
You got
man.
the tank tops. You
Tank
got
tops
everything
for the
going
summer,
on for
man. We got
summertime.
everything.
We got shout out my man Cal. He got
Yes,
the Sample
Cal
101.
just opened up the Sample 101 shop here in Long Beach on Park Ave, man.
Yeah.
Look at this city, man. Like I said, the city's on fire.
Yeah, shout out my man Lex. He got the sneaker box.
Yes,
Sneaker
Lex.
Box
You
King.
see the Sneaker Box Kings.
Follow
DJ
him on the
Cali,
gram,
all
yeah.
of them. Yo, everybody out here. Shout out Bud too, man. Buddy FE, man. One of the most underrated battle rappers. He's out
Yes,
here
sir.
killing the competition
Yes,
on
sir.
Kruvagons and everything. Like I said, the city's on fire. This is the Sports Bar. We got my man Mike Morton with us, man. One of the strongest people I know too today, man.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Thank you,
Thanks
Mr.
for having
Sean
me.
Diggs. We out here. This is the Sports Bar, and
Yes.
we live, baby.
We out of here, baby.
So they can never play with me. I'm tunnel vision, it's nothing they can say to me. I'm independent, so they can never label me. Whatever, ever, it's the same to me. You go, girl, you can keep pushing the chauffeur. Sky ain't got no limit.